Welcome back to Orange Basket. This is Frank, and today we start a new journey. Today we are playing Cobbleverse, the Cobblemon mod pack on Minecraft, and we have one goal, and that's to catch all original 151 Pokemon. Now, you can see that I've got Froakie as my starter. That is irrelevant. He does not count towards the count, obviously, because he's not of the original 151. But I've made it a little bit more difficult for myself where I haven't picked a starter from Gen 1 so that it's not an easy one. I want everything to be as raw as possible. I want everything to be as difficult as possible. I want it to be challenging. So, without further ado, let's get started. Let's get Froakie leveled up. Now, the key for this challenge is going to be, as simple as it sounds, it's going to be being efficient with everything. As our Froakie dies early, we look around the map. We just want to get a gauge for what is really going on around our spawn. So we just want to be efficient. We want to catch what we can. And I want to say early, but obviously we've got to do basic Minecraft stuff too. We've got to get pickaxes, got to get a crafting table, and we've got to explore. So that is the whole premise of this. And I have to say, I think it's going to go really well. I hope it's going to go better than I expect, because I expect this to take a long time. A lot of them are more easier to get than others. So for me personally, it's more about getting things done efficiently early on. Get certain Minecraft stuff and get what we need: evolution stones, Pokeballs, everything. So hopefully the village that we've just shown you there can help us sort of towards that. And yeah, let's see. Let's just see what this village holds for us. Right, so as we approach the village, it it really is a bonus finding a village early, because I don't know how many of you have played Cobbleverse before. It's quite a popular mod pack in the Cobblemon existence. Obviously in the regular Cobblemon you don't get these sort of things. So for me, early in this challenge, it's going to be key, because you can get XP candies, obviously healing potions. You can get a load of Pokeballs, and you can just get a whole load of good stuff. We might even be able to find like evolution stones in here. That's where we're at, and finding one early in game is going to be really helpful. I mean, all of these sort of potions that we're getting, we're going to put these into the backpack. We're going to hold on to them in case we need them ever in battles, when we're trying to catch, maybe we're fighting a Charmander, or even, dare I say, a Mewtwo, and we need to heal our guys. I know that's very far down the line, but we need to heal our guys. We need to make it to that point. So how are we going to make it to that point? We're going to take what we can. We're also going to take apricorns. We're going to take the sprouts so we can grow the trees ourselves. And that's what makes these villages so handy, as we get another max potion in these pots. You can get stuff in the pots as well. That's how good that this mod pack is. And does it make it easier for me? Absolutely, because on regular Cobblemon, Mewtwo's don't spawn in the wild, and it's just this Cobbleverse mod pack is just a lot easier. It makes things easier, especially with the villages. It makes it easier for me to get Pokeballs. It makes it easier for me to get items that I may not have been able to get sort of easier without having all these items in the chest. These are my words here, but that's okay, because we're just gonna crack through it, because we've got a long series ahead of us. It's only episode 1, so we just got to push. We've just got to push, and we've just got to get things that we need. And like, we've already found a few Pokeballs already. I'm not going to spoil what happens, but it's a good start for us. Like look, we've got a Pokeball out of that one. Which one was it? The regular Pokeball. Obviously, also in Common 1, you can make regular Pokeballs out of any color, and they all have the same effect. So for us, again, it's just about getting items early. I know I've said it 10 times. I'm gonna keep saying it, because that's what we need to do. We just need to be as efficient as possible early, get what we need. We've healed Froakie now. We can now use him to sort of go and catch a few things. And yeah, we're gonna loot this village really quick. We're gonna raid it. We're gonna see what we can get, and then we'll come back and see where we're at afterwards. And we return. We're in this sort of icy, snowy biome just because water types are sort of stronger. So as we go to fight this swine up here, even though Froakie's on very low health, I know that I can one-shot the swine up. It's easy levels because water types are super effective against ice types. So it's sort of a good place to spawn when using a water starter. But something that I do notice here, as you can see, there is an Alolan Vulpix, which doesn't actually count because Alolan Vulpix is not part of the 151, only regular Vulpix is. But I'd actually never seen one on this when playing Cobbleverse before, so I thought I'd pick it up. So I thought, right, let's see what Pokeballs can I use. So I just threw sort of a love ball at it. I don't really understand all the Pokeballs as much detail as I probably should, but I thought, hey, if this Alolan Vulpix that I could eventually evolve into Alolan Ninetales could help me out with catching things, then let's do it. But yeah, as I was saying before, being in this biome is actually a bit of a benefit spawning in somewhere where there's loads of snow, loads of ice, because I can battle the ice Pokemon and get easy levels for Froakie because his water type moves are going to be super effective against them. And as you can see, we're just having a scour around the map. Obviously, we're looking for things like Swinubs. We're looking for these things, but then I find a village on the map that I wouldn't have seen with my own eyes. I would have probably walked straight past it. So let's get over there. Let's see what loot we can get, and let's see if we can catch anything. And we have arrived at the village. Just a quick run up the old frozen river there, and instantly we're greeted by a couple of chests. And again, this is one of those things just like in the last village. Let's see what we can loot. Let's see what we can get. Can we get any XP candies, more Pokeballs, more items that can help us further along the line when we need to evolve, sort of maybe a Nidorino into a Nidoqueen, or vice versa. And yeah, there we go. We got XP candy there. I'm gonna take the golden apple. I'm not going to show you in this episode why. Some of you might know why if you've played this. I definitely know Stephen and Barry are going to know exactly why. But here we are, again, just looting what we can. It's just an early game thing. Even maybe in the later game, if I need some spare stuff, I'll go and loot some villages. But I'm just taking what I can because it's important that we get what we can. However, I'm sort of in the mindset of, right, let's get going with leveling up Froakie. Maybe we'll level up Vulpix as well. Maybe we'll get into Ninetales. But at the same time, I'm also thinking I should probably get some early catches, right? Because the earlier the catch is, the easier it's going to become for me further down the line. I know it sounds very simple, but it's very true. And look, we're also getting gems, which is good for some of the Pokemon that we're going to use. We could get Water Gem and use it on Froakie. We can get a Fire Gem, use it on a Charizard maybe, or a Dragon Gem and use it on a Dragonite. Who knows? Because it all just comes down to what we catch and when we catch it. Because I really want to get stuff quickly. I really want to get going. But I also need to loot as much as I can. These trading centers are sort of ideal for that because they give us a lot of Pokeballs. They have a lot of barrels, a lot of chests in them that are going to help me on down the line. And it's just one of those things of, right, I'll take it all, but now I get to a point where I need to start catching things because I've got a lot of stuff. There's another bit of XP candy there. And what's really ideal with these things is look at all the apricorn stuff I'm getting. Look at all of the Pokeballs I'm getting. So it really is just the what can we get, how can we use it, and what's going to be the ideal thing here. And what spawns right in front of us? A Drowsy. I say spawns, it sort of just walked into frame there. So we're just going to put these candies on Froakie. We're going to try and catch this Drowsy. Now, hear me out. I know Froakie's still not the highest of levels at the moment, but and he's not at full health either. So you got to hear me out when I say that this is what we want to do. I want to catch this Drowsy because when evolved into Hypno, we can definitely benefit from it because Drowsy is gonna, Hypno is gonna help us catch more things down the line because Hypno knows the poison gas move. Yeah, so we're gonna go for this Drowsy. We're gonna catch it. Well, we're gonna try to catch it at least. Fortunately for me, Froakie knows Lick, which is super effective against Drowsy, but it doesn't do too much damage because look, it's a level 33. We have paralyzed it, but then look, we use Water Pulse and it doesn't do much damage. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab a Pokeball. We're gonna grab, which one did we grab in the end? I can't remember. I think it was just a Great Ball, right? Yeah, I think we just grabbed the Great Ball. And we throw it. Oh no, sorry. Yes, we used the Sport Ball, which is basically this. It has the same catch rate as the Great Ball. We just threw it, and we hope for the best. And we caught it. We actually caught the Drowsy, and that marks number 1 out of 151, which means we only have 150 left. So that is that's a good start. It's a very good start. So yeah. So as we continue to loot the village, look what we come across, and it's very difficult to say no to catching a Growler. So again, throw the Sport Ball at it and see what happens. And by golly, we caught another one. So that's 2 out of 151, leaving only 149 left. And then just as we sort of organize the rest of our inventory, I know it's not quite as efficient as a start as I sort of probably said towards the start of the video, but we've got 2. We've evolved Froakie into a Grenadier, but we've got 2 out of 151, and we're going to call it there. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next next time.